Welcome. Today we're exploring heart spirituality, what it is, how to recognize it in yourself, how it connects with mental spirituality, and how it naturally opens into mystic spirituality. Take a breath. There's nothing you need to figure out right now. Just listen. What is heart spirituality? Heart spirituality is the movement from knowing about life to feeling it. It's a way of relating to God, meaning, truth, primarily through emotion, vulnerability, compassion, relationship, inner honesty. Heart spirituality asks different questions than the mind. Instead of what's true, it asks, what is alive in me? What hurts? What longs to be loved? This is when spirituality becomes personal, not abstract, not theoretical, but intimate. How do you know you are a heart spirituality person? You may naturally lean toward heart spirituality if you feel things deeply, sometimes overwhelmingly. You're more moved by stories than argument. You value authenticity over precision. You're sensitive to pain, yours and others. You care less about being right and more about being real. You notice when something feels off, even if you can't explain why. Heart-centered people often say, I don't need to make sense of it. I need to feel it. Your wisdom lies in your emotional awareness. The gift of heart spirituality. Heart spirituality gives us access to things the mind can't reach on its own. It allows compassion instead of detachment, healing instead of avoidance, connection instead of control. It's where love stops being an idea but becomes an experience. Heart spirituality softens us. It opens us. It teaches us how to receive. What are the risks of heart spirituality? Heart spirituality can also limit us if it stands by itself. Without grounding, it can become emotionally overwhelming, confuse intensity with truth, lead to burnout from overgiving, make boundaries feel like betrayal. Feelings are powerful, but they're not always wise on their own. This is why heart spirituality needs mental spirituality. Why do heart and mental spirituality belong together? Mental spirituality gives heart spirituality structure and discernment. It helps us name what we're experiencing, understand patterns instead of reacting impulsively, ground compassion in wisdom, balance empathy with clarity. The mind helps the heart stay rooted. The heart helps the mind stay human. Mental spirituality without the heart becomes cold. Heart spirituality without the mind becomes unstable. Together, they create maturity. How does heart spirituality grow from mental spirituality? Often heart spirituality begins when mental spirituality reaches its limits. You've read enough, studied enough, explained enough, and still something aches. Heart spirituality begins when knowledge can no longer protect you from feeling. When you stop asking, is this correct? And start asking, is this honest? This is not regression, it's deepening. How does heart spirituality open into mystic spirituality? Heart spirituality is also a bridge. When the heart opens fully, something else begins to happen. Words start to fall away. Emotions soften into stillness. Love becomes less personal and more expansive. This is where mystic spirituality emerges. Mysticism is not emotional intensity. It's what comes after the heart has been opened and emptied. The heart teaches us to feel. Mysticism teaches us to rest. Heart spirituality says, I love. Mystic spirituality says, I am held. The heart cracks us open. Mysticism shows us what's always been there. Heart mysticism asks you to feel what you once avoided, to stay present instead of armored, to let love be real, even when it costs you. And when the heart is supported by the mind and surrendered into mystery, spirituality becomes whole. Take a breath and notice what you're feeling right now. Not to fix it, not to explain it, just to acknowledge it. That noticing that the heart spirituality is at work. Thank you for listening.